Beach Throwdown 2016 Qualifier Workout C is a 15-minute AMRAP of 15 calorie row, 12 burpees over the rower, 9 ground to overheads at 50 kg for the men and 35 kg for the women. Both athletes complete a full round before switching turns and are moving on to the next round. Each time both athletes have completed a round, they move on to the next round with a heavier weight. The weight goes up each round with 10 kg for the men and 5 kg for the women. Once an athlete fails to make the ground to overheads, the workout ends, regardless of the fact that the other athlete may not have started his round. Each buddy team must work with one rower and one bar. The resting athlete is allowed to prepare the bar for the working athlete. The combined total of reps for both athletes is your score. The tiebreak will be noted after the last completed set of burpees over the rower. The athlete may begin the workout seated in the rower, but may not grab the handle until the other athlete completes his 9th and last rep of the ground to overheads. The monitor must be set to 0 at the beginning of each round. Any athlete, bystander, or the judge may reset the monitor. Burpees over the rower. At the bottom position, the athlete's chest and hips must touch the ground. The jump over the rower is a 2-foot jump and can be a lateral jump or done facing the rower. The movement ends and counts as a rep when both feet land on the other side of the rower. Ground to overhead. In any manner you choose, lift the loaded bar from the ground to overhead. Each repetition begins with the barbell on the ground and finishes with the weight fully locked out overhead. If the athlete jumps off of 1 foot, this will be considered a no rep. The athlete has to jump over the rower. The jump behind the rower will be considered a no rep. If the athlete's chest and hips fail to touch the floor at the same time, this will be considered a no rep. A split jerk is allowed, but when the athlete fails to bring the feet together before lowering the bar, the movement will be considered a no rep. If the athlete fails to fully extend the arms in the overhead position, this will be considered a no rep. If the athlete fails to fully extend the knees and hips, this will be considered a no rep. All 3 qualifier workouts must be done on the same day and be filmed. The Beach Throwdown organization will manually select and/or randomly choose athletes and ask for their videos. All athletes that cannot provide a proper qualifier workout will be disqualified from competing at the Beach Throwdown. Prior to starting, film the plates and barbells to be used so the loads can be clearly seen. All video submissions should be uncut and unedited in order to accurately display the performance. Shoot the video from an angle so the timer and all exercises can be clearly seen, meeting the movement standards.